Hello and welcome to this video on using the Panasonic FZ2000 camera. The FZ2000 is a fixed lens DSLR bridge camera with an extremely wide zoom range. Let's take a look at setting it up. To take the battery out for charging, slide this switch on the base. Push back the holding catch and the battery will spring out. When it's done charging, put it back into the camera by lining up the battery contacts and sliding it back in. The SD card lives behind this door. Open it by sliding the panel back and then push the card to spring it out. Reverse this process to put it back in. To turn the camera on, move the power switch to the on position, then fold out the screen so that you can see what you're doing. Make sure you've got the mode wheel set to movie mode. First thing you want to do is to reset the camera back to its factory settings. To do this, press the menu button and use the controls to scroll to the third menu and then down to the fifth page. Here, choose Reset and select Yes to all the options to put the camera back to its factory settings. With that done, choose Format from the sixth page of the third menu and select Yes to wipe everything off the card. Since we're in the UK, make sure you set the system frequency of the camera to 50 Hz to avoid any strobing from lights. This option is in page 5 of the third menu, just under the reset option from earlier. Before you record anything, you'll need to set the camera's recording mode. These settings are in page 2 of the top menu. We'd suggest you use the highest quality at 25p, which is the top option in this screen. Also on this page, make sure you have the exposure mode set to M so that you can manually control settings such as ISO, shutter speed, and the aperture. The ND filter switch on the side of the lens allows you to darken the image for shooting in bright light. If the image is too dark at any time, check to make sure that the switch is in the off position and hasn't been left on a darker setting by somebody else. Make sure the camera's focus dial is set to MF for manual focus. This way, you can use the focus ring on the lens to focus the image instead of it being done automatically. Focus peaking and focus magnification settings can be adjusted in Menu 2, page 4. This camera has an exceptional focal length of 24 to 480 mm. To zoom in and out, either rotate the wheel on the lens or use the dial next to the main shutter button. In manual exposure mode, this wheel on top of the camera controls the iris value of the lens, and the rear dial will control the shutter speed. ISO can be changed by pressing up on the control pad, and the white balance can be adjusted by pressing to the right. If you need to use an external microphone, slide it into the hot shoe and connect it to the mic socket on the side of the camera body. At this point, you'll also want to plug some headphones into the camera as well for monitoring. To set up the mic, make sure it's turned on and then go to page 7 of the top menu to adjust the microphone level. With everything set up, just push the record button to start filming. If you want to play back your recordings, press the mode button to switch into playback mode here and use the touchscreen to navigate around your clips.